So I honestly did not expect Bandai to be releasing yet another set of support units anytime soon. Today I'm going to be going over Vegeta, and in the coming days, most likely tomorrow, I'm going to be going over Gohan. And you know what, I'll give you guys a quick preview of what that Gohan actually looks like. It's pretty cool art. I think I prefer Vegeta's though, it's just cool art, and we have the super attack for him as well. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day as always, and if you do enjoy today's video, consider leaving a like and subscribing if you are new. But you know what? Do you know what this means? We are finally going to get an N-type banner, and it will be very interesting to see if LR Gohan is actually going to be in this, because this is the first time in several months that we've had an N-type banner, and I don't know why they've been reluctant to release type banners, but they finally came back, obviously, with the tech type Tien and Cell, and it seems like they are pushing out these units a bit faster, so it will be interesting to see what they bring out next. So I'm guessing it's going to, well, they've already done physical, the order's kind of all over the place, so my next guess is, I don't know, because, I mean, Intelligent is, has an advantage over Tech, but then Physical has an advantage over INT, so maybe STR. We will obviously see in the coming days or weeks, depending on when they want to release them. But shout out to the Dokkan subreddit as always for the translations. Apparently there's a pattern by Buark, Cell, Android Arc, Frieza. So they seem to be going back. Okay, so reverse order. So that's an interesting thing that someone picked up. Okay, so of course we have the card for this guy that I just managed to click off of. So he causes supreme damage and has a rare chance to stun, which is around 10 to 20%. It does vary with every single unit. His passive name is Control of Battle Power. His links are Saiyan Warrior Race, the Vegeta Family, Big Bad Bosses, Prodigies, Nightmare, and Brutal Beatdown. So keep in mind that his main team is going to be that Mono In team with Kid Buu. And the problem with Kid Buu is the lack of links, and like one of these guys pointed out, he is really Kid Buu's best buddy because he just doesn't have any good key links. He does have Big Bad Bosses, which is a very good attack link, and to be fair, he also has Nightmare. But the problem with this team, like straight away, is the fact that his main links are obviously Saiyan orientated. Granted, he does have, like I said before, the Big Bad Bosses, Link, and Nightmare, which he's going to share with a few villains in that team, but he just, I mean, the good thing about him is that he is going to be given the free key and of course the 40% attack and defensive boost to Extreme N-type, so it's not too much of a problem. But the fact that he doesn't have any key links is a bit of a letdown. I mean, if you take a look at the other support units, they at least had one key link. I believe Gohan was the exception. I don't think Buu had too many good key links actually. I think I'm wrong. I believe Buu actually had Fear and Faith, which is a very good link for that team in particular. And the fact that this Vegeta doesn't have any links is kind of a letdown. They could have, I mean, Prepared for Battle wouldn't have necessarily been the greatest link, so maybe Shocking Speed. But anyway, it doesn't really matter too much. But it would be nice for you not to, you know, have to plan ahead all the time. But it will be interesting to see how well this guy fits. And of course, I will be going over that in a few moments. But let's see if we can finally get the super attack to load in one of these videos. And so far, so good. Shout out to Bandai, of course. Okay. And you are never going to run at Trunks in a team, I guarantee you. Well, especially an Extreme In team. And what is this setup? What the hell is this setup? Okay, so here we go with the super attack, and I don't know exactly why he is running this team in particular. Obviously, that Trunks isn't very good. Who else does he have in a team? You have that STR Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. What is he doing there? Super Baby 2? King Vegeta? Oh my god, this team is just all over the freaking place. And obviously it's fitting because he did do the super attack against Kui. Savage. No chill, it's a very good looking super attack, and for whatever reason they didn't show the super attack for Gohan, and they did the exact same with these two guys. They released a super attack for TM but not Cell. Like, maybe it's because we've seen it before, maybe they didn't change it, which I suppose makes sense. But let's go ahead and have a look at a team that could potentially fit this guy. And obviously he's still not in the database, so I'm going to have to pick one of these guys out at random. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So of course we have Kid Buu, can't forget Buhan, Android 13. So these are going to be your core 3 the majority of the time. And who else we want in there? You know what, let's throw Turles in there. He gets free key to all types and has the rebirth link. Obviously, it does have a 50% restriction. And does he only give an attack boost? I'm pretty sure he gives ki as well. So yeah, a Cooler seems to give the 30% attack boost as well as 2 ki, which is pretty freaking nice. So we have like what, 2 hard hitters in there at the moment, and let's pretend that is there Vegeta here? Okay, let's pretend that it's this guy. Okay, so your rotations, okay, you're most likely going to have Kid Buu and Buuhan, and then I want to say Kid Buu. I mean, like the rotations for this team are so weird. And keep in mind that you don't necessarily have to run Turles. You could potentially run Android 17, who was also a very good unit. You could run Super Baby 2, he is also a decent option. So your rotations are going to be interesting. You're going to definitely have these two every other rotation at least. And then in your other rotation, you're definitely going to have Kid Buu, and you can play around with who you want to share that second rotation with. Maybe you want Android 13, who provides with orbs, and of course it will be easier for him to super attack despite him not having any key links. You can maybe pair him up with Cooler because you want that attack boost, and you know, obviously want that key. Maybe with Turles because Turles also gives an attack boost alongside the key. Or maybe you just want Vegeta, who gives the free key as well as the 40% attack and defensive boost, and he gives the biggest boost out of any of these units, which I suppose is something that you could go with. But now that I've like gone through these units, I've realised that there aren't too many extreme types, extreme in types for that matter, with the Fierce Battle link. So it'll probably be more beneficial for Kid Buu to be linked up with Vegeta, just because, like I said before, the lack of key links can easily be made up for with Vegeta's passive. And of course, he also gives that 40% attack and defensive boost. And keep in mind, that's like, what, 25% more than Fierce Battle, which is pretty damn nice. And he still shares Big Bad Bosses and Nightmare with Kid Buu, which is freaking great. So I definitely feel like you're going to be keeping Vegeta next to Kid Buu the majority of the time. And keep in mind that in your third slot, or the floaters, you're still going to have Android 13, who's going to be providing plenty of orbs for the majority of your units. You have Turles potentially, who again is going to be giving ki and an attack boost. And then you have Metacooler, who I believe does give ki as well as a 25% boost. Okay, it is 30% rather. And to be fair, he could run 17 instead of maybe Turles. He has Fierce Battle. I believe he has Fear and Faith as well. He has Shocking Speed. And he is also self-sufficient, which is nice. He gets pretty damn hard himself. So there are definitely a few units that you can play around with, but I don't think it definitely does make the team work a bit better. But the thing about INT, as you can clearly tell, is that you do need a particular set of units for it to work extremely well, because you can tell straight away that we are kind of limited. And Jesus Christ, how could I forget about Janemba? I was like, wait, I swear I'm forgetting someone, and he's down here, all the way down here. I don't know. I have no idea why he's just chilling down there. Huh, interesting. So, yeah, all the Ultra Rares are like up here. Kind of. But the point is, now that I think about it, the thing about Janemba on his team in particular is that you're going to be debuffing Buuhan anyway. So, I mean, because Kid Buu will still benefit more from the boost from Vegeta. But the thing is here that Janemba can tank. So, to be honest, it's up to you guys, but overall, I do feel like he makes the team work a bit better. And if you don't necessarily have the greatest units in the world for your extreme in team, I do feel like that Vegeta could definitely help out massively. Let's say you only have a unit like Golden Frieza, Buickolo, maybe even Super Baby 2. You could definitely bridge the gaps between certain units, and honestly, I would definitely recommend summoning for him if you don't have the greatest extreme mono in team. I wouldn't spend too many stones on it, maybe around 50, maybe more if you want the Kais. But I would definitely give it a go. Who knows, maybe you will even end up pulling Gohan. But I definitely believe that this is going to be one of the teams that is going to be benefiting massively from a unit like Vegeta. You take a look at the other teams and they tend to work relatively well because they share multiple key links. And you know, it isn't exactly too much of a problem to super attack with them. But to be fair, even if you don't struggle with links, they can still have a lot of value when it comes to, you know, that attack and defensive increase. Because these newer support units definitely provide a bigger increase than what we are used to. And to be honest, they would be welcome on the majority of the teams that you guys are going to be using. And I don't say this often, but if you have Twitter and you want to follow me, maybe I will leave the link in the comment section and description down below as always. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one.